Nor is this order, identified with the name of Baha'u'llah, to be confused with any system of purely aristocratic government, in view of the fact that it upholds, on the one hand, the hereditary principle and entrusts the guardian of the faith with the obligation of interpreting its teachings, and provides, on the other, for the free and direct election from among the mass of the faithful of the body that constitutes its highest legislative organ. Whereas this administrative order cannot be said to have been modeled after any of these recognized systems of government, it nevertheless embodies, reconciles, and assimilates within its framework such wholesome elements as are to be found in each one of them. The hereditary authority which the guardian is called upon to exercise, the vital and essential functions which the universal house of justice discharges, the specific provisions requiring its democratic election by the representatives of the faithful, these combine to demonstrate the truth that this divinely revealed order, which can never be identified with any of the standard types of government referred to by Aristotle in his works, embodies and blends with the spiritual verities on which it is based the beneficent elements which are to be found in each one of them. The admitted evils inherent in each of these systems being rigidly and permanently excluded, this unique order, however long it may endure and however extensive its ramification, cannot ever degenerate into any form of despotism, of oligarchy, or of demagogy, which must sooner or later corrupt the machinery of all man-made and essentially defective political institutions. Significant as are the origins of this mighty administrative structure, and however unique its features, the happenings that may be said to have heralded its birth and signalized the initial stage of its evolution seem no less remarkable. How striking, how edifying the contrast between the process of slow and steady consolidation that characterizes the growth of its infant strength and the devastating onrush of the forces of disintegration that are assailing the outworn institutions, both religious and secular, of present-day society. The vitality which the organic institutions of this great, this ever-expanding order so strongly exhibit, the obstacles which the high courage, the undaunted resolution of its administrators have already surmounted, the fire of an unquenchable enthusiasm that glows with undiminished fervor in the hearts of its itinerant teachers, the heights of self-sacrifice which its champion builders are now attaining, the breadth of vision, the confident hope, the creative joy, the inward peace, the uncompromising integrity, the exemplary discipline, the unyielding unity and solidarity which its stalwart defenders manifest, the degree to which its moving spirit has shown itself capable of assimilating the diversified elements within its pale, of cleansing them of all forms of prejudice, and of fusing them with its own structure. These are evidences of a power which a disillusioned and sadly shaken society can ill afford to ignore. Compare these splendid manifestations of the spirit animating this vibrant body of the faith of Baha'u'llah with the cries and agony, the follies and vanities, the bitterness and prejudices, the wickedness and divisions of an ailing and chaotic world. Witness the fear that torments its leaders and paralyzes the action of its blind and bewildered statesmen. How fierce the hatreds, how false the ambitions, how petty the pursuits, how deep-rooted the suspicions of its peoples, how disquieting the lawlessness, the corruption, the unbelief that are eating into the vitals of a tottering civilization. Might not this process of steady deterioration, which is insidiously invading so many departments of human activity and thought, be regarded as a necessary accompaniment to the rise of this almighty arm of Baha'u'llah? Might we not look upon the momentous happenings which have so deeply agitated every continent of the earth as ominous signs, simultaneously proclaiming the agonies of a disintegrating civilization and the birth pangs of that world order, that ark of human salvation that must needs arise upon its ruins?